Good afternoon, honored guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I have great pleasure in welcoming you to the University of Nottingham, Malaysia's graduation ceremony, and I hope that you will enjoy this day. As this is a formal occasion, may I seek your kind cooperation in ensuring order and smooth running of the ceremony with the following. Please ensure that all mobile phones are either switched off or in silent mode throughout the ceremony, and please remain in your seats during the ceremony. And also please note, photography is permitted during the ceremony, but only from your seats, and graduates, unfortunately no selfies on stage. At the end of the ceremony, after the members of the platform have left the hall, all students are required to follow the procession out of this hall and allow the photographers to organize the group photography, and all other guests kindly remain in your seats until further notice. Guests are also cordially invited to join the officers of the university, staff and graduates for a buffet reception, which will be served in the marquee at the Academic Plaza outside this building, and our ushers will be in hand to direct you accordingly. Thank you for your kind attention. Honored guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, may I please ask you to kindly rise for the entry of the procession.
be seated. Good afternoon. Professor Fong Sim Ong, Vice Provost for Teaching and Learning, Professor Deborah Hall, Vice Provost for Research and Knowledge Exchange, distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas. It is my honour to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony at the University of Nottingham, Malaysia. It gives me great pleasure to be with you here today. My name is Professor Graham Kendall. I'm honoured to be the Provost and CEO at the University of Nottingham, Malaysia. I'm also a Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Nottingham. We opened this campus 18 years ago, in 2000, and we're delighted that next month, August, we'll be celebrating our 18th year in Malaysia. And that means that we're celebrating 18 years in Malaysia in the 8th month of 2018. And for anyone who's superstitious about numbers, that will resonate with you. It certainly resonates with us. At the moment, we've got about 5,000 students. Once our graduates cross the stage, it will decrease by that number. But by the end of Tuesday, or by the end of Monday, sorry, we'll be down to about 4,100. We're graduating about 900 students over the next few days. We hope in September that we'll raise that number back up to 5,000. We are the first foreign branch campus from the UK to come to Malaysia. As I say, we've been here 18 years. There's another 4 UK universities here now, as well as 3 from Australia and 1 from China. We're delighted to be the first foreign branch campus here. We're delighted that we've made such significant progress over the 18 years we've been here. We're measured by Malaysian metrics, certainly something called MIRA, which is the Malaysian Research Assessment Exercise. And we're the highest ranked international university using that metric, so our research is world class. And by SETARA, which is a measure of our teaching and learning, we're also very highly ranked, amongst the highest in Malaysia, so we're very well respected for our teaching and learning. And we're very proud of that, and we're very proud of what we've achieved in the 18 years since we've been here. You're actually sitting in the Trent building, so-called, or so named after Baron Trent, who was Jesse Booth, who donated land to the original campus in the University of Nottingham in the UK. And we named the Trent building after him there, and we have a Trent building here. We also have a Trent building in our campus in China. And one of the things I would encourage you to do, our graduates, once they cross the stage, and to family and friends, is to get a picture in front of the Trent building. I'm sure some of you have already done that, and there'll be a group picture later on for which we invite everybody to take part in. So I invite you to do that. I also invite you to get a picture with the lake. Every one of our campuses, our main campuses in the UK, China and Malaysia, has a Trent building and a lake. And Nottingham is known for that. And the iconic picture of the University of Nottingham is the Trent building reflected in the lake. So I'd encourage you to do that. But I would encourage everybody to explore the campus. We believe we've got a beautiful campus, and there's parts of the campus which you may not, certainly the students may not have explored yet, and certainly parts that friends and family wouldn't have seen. Behind the Students' Association, for example, we have our Nottingham sign, and there's a bridge in front of that, and I think that will make a fantastic picture if you wanted a memory of studying at Nottingham. But as you go out into the world of work, some of you will go on to further education, no doubt, but many of you will go out into the world of work. As you go out to the world of work, you're entering a place which certainly my generation couldn't imagine, and to be honest, I'm struggling to imagine it now. 63% of people in primary school, young people in primary school, 63% will do jobs that haven't even been invented yet. We don't know the job titles. So if we go back 10 years, who would have heard of things like artificial intelligence, ethical manager, search engine optimization manager, social media manager. They're just a few of the new jobs that have come up over the last few years. And there's many more on the horizon as artificial intelligence, machine learning, ubiquitous computing, robotics all come to the fore. And as we enter, and I believe we're still entering, the fourth industrial revolution, where the digital and the physical worlds merge, I think the pace of change is going to increase so much that we won't even recognise it today. Back in 2009, Graham Wood said, "Change has never happened this fast before, and it will never be this slow again." So in the 10 years, almost 10 years since he said that, I think change has gone very fast. But it's only going to increase. It's never going to be this slow again. And you're entering a world of work at a very critical time, I think, for your generation and certainly for the world, as you tackle some of the most challenging problems we have, whether that's energy, whether that's feeding the world. You know, there's massive problems out there which you need to tackle. And a lot of those will be tackled with using tools and methodologies from the fourth industrial revolution. So that's a massive challenge for you. And I don't think when you enter the world of work, you will ever work for the same company for your life, for your lifetime, which is something that my generation did. A recent study says that in 1955, a Fortune 500 company had a lifespan of about 75 years. So you could work for them for life. That same study says now a Fortune 500 company has an average lifespan of 15 years. So even if you start working in a startup company, which is lucky enough to be listed as a Fortune 500 company, on average they're not going to be here in 15 years. So the world of work you're entering into is certainly different from the world of work I entered into, and that gives you massive challenges that you need to face up to. I'll talk a little bit later on during some closing remarks about lifelong learning. So I think you wouldn't be sitting here if you didn't think knowledge and education was important. It certainly is. I mean, it's hopefully the degree you get from the University of Nottingham will stand you in good stead over the next few years. So knowledge is really important. The other thing that you have, which you can't expand, is time. You only have a limited amount of time. And it's up to you to make the best use of your time you can. Everybody has the same amount of time, and you need to find ways to manage your time and to utilise it to the best effect. At a graduation ceremony in 2005, the late Steve Jobs said, "Death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you, but someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away." Sorry to say. Steve Jobs goes on to say, "Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living somebody else's life." So I would encourage you to carry on learning, but I would encourage you to make sure that you use your time effectively and use it to advance your life, your career, and for the benefit of others, and don't waste it on living somebody else's life that you might come under pressure to do at certain points in your career, as everybody does. So I'll talk more about lifelong learning later on. For now, I just want to say congratulations to all the graduands, and you'll be graduating very soon. You will walk across the stage. I will shake your hand here. Someone else will give you a stroll there. Someone will take your picture. So I have two pieces of advice. One, smile. Because if you don't smile, that picture will live with you forever on someone's mantelpiece, and they won't be very happy, or you might not be very happy if you're not smiling. The other piece of advice I would give you is don't rush across the stage. I mean, don't go too slow, we haven't got all day, but don't rush across the stage. But if something should happen, if you fall over, if you stumble, don't worry. We've seen everything. If you can do something on this stage that we haven't seen, then I'll be surprised. So please don't worry. This is a formal time. There's certain words I have to say, and if I don't say those words, then you don't get a degree. So, just bear with me. But really, it's a time for celebration, both for you and the people that have supported you. So please enjoy yourself. I know it's a nervous time for some people. It's a nervous time for me standing up here addressing everyone. It's a nervous time, but please try and enjoy it. And as you walk across the stage, please smile. Thank you very much. I'm now pleased to invite the Vice Provost for Teaching and Learning at the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, Professor Fong Sim Hong, to address you. Professor Hong.
Professor Graham Candle, Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the University of Nottingham, Provost and CEO of the University of Nottingham, Malaysia. Professor Deborah Hall, Vice Provost for Research and Knowledge Exchange. Distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be standing before you today at your graduation ceremony. I want to tell you a snippet from my life. It is not a big deal, but had I not taken the decision to return to university, I would not be standing here before you today. So it's very significant for me. I guess it is all the more significant for you today. So what happened is that I took a slightly different route. I was a matured student, but with the same purpose, hoping to get a well-paid job. For the millennials today, I think getting a well-paid job may not be motivating enough because you want to chase a dream. Now, nothing wrong with chasing dreams, for it is only if you dare to dream that your dreams will come true. Education has transformed my life, and I'm sure it will transform yours. All of us know that education has the ability to transform lives. The education you received up to this point can only provide you with the foundation for you to build your career. It is up to you to take full advantage of the opportunities that graduating from University of Nottingham presents to you. The Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." So you're now on another journey, having just completed the previous one. Now in life, there are many important markers or life events. Graduation is just one of them. You have many more miles to go and many more life events to encounter. At each step, please pause and ask yourself, do you love what you do? With passion, we can overcome hurdles and difficulties. When Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company that he started at the age of 30 years old, he was devastated, obviously, but he loved what he did. So he started next, and Toy Story was created. Years later, Apple bought next, and Steve Jobs returned to Apple. You might already know this story, but I would like you to look beyond it and to understand the meaning of life. You chose the University of Nottingham. Some of you may have spent here even longer, but I guess you have spent some of your most formative years in this university. We hope that we, especially my colleagues who are represented on stage, have helped you take your first steps in your journey, and that you are now able to stand on your own feet to begin the next journey in life. Let me assure you that you have chosen one of the finest universities, the University of Nottingham. The University of Nottingham is ranked in the first 100 universities in the world, placing it on top of the 1% of all universities. As you have probably heard from the Provost just now, that we are almost into our 18 years in Malaysia. And I'm sure you know that we have another campus in China. So this shows that University of Nottingham plays a leading role in internationalization in education, of higher education, and I am sure University of Nottingham will continue to play this role. Our UK campus can be traced back to 1881. And the University of Nottingham is also the first British university to establish in Malaysia. And our Ningbo campus in China is about celebrating its 13th anniversary this year. So we have 3 campuses, and around 25% of the university students now study in either China or Malaysia. So Nottingham is truly distinctive in its focus on global reach, and wherever you are in the world, you will never be far away from somebody who has studied at the University of Nottingham. Each year, the university makes a number of awards. We would like to recognize some of these award winners. The Lord Deering Award. The Lord Deering Award scheme, which is held annually, has been running since 1999 and is overseen by the Education and Student Experience Board. The award recognizes the outstanding achievements of the University of Nottingham staff in enhancing student learning experience and is awarded to staff from a range of groups, many of whom have been nominated by students they teach or they support. A Deering Award is highly valued within the university and acknowledges the world-class input of staff, which is on the one hand supportive and nurturing, but on the other challenging, creative and innovative. The following staff from the Malaysia campus are being given the Lord Deering Award in this ceremony. Team Award category. The Team Award is on virtual reality for building information modeling in engineering education. Dr. Chin Ying Wong. Professor Andy Chan Tak Yi. Dr. Soon Tin Yong. Dr. Sien T. Kok. Nottingham Advantage Award. The Nottingham Advantage Award is designed to give formal recognition to student involvement in activities outside their academic program and is intended to increase their employability and add value to their overall experience at the University of Nottingham. Students must demonstrate significant achievement by undertaking a range of activities which include volunteering, work experience, study abroad, language learning, enterprise projects, career planning, and activities supported by the Students' Association. Names of recipients are listed in the Special Awards page of the graduation booklet. Vice-Chancellor's Global Graduate Prize. In addition to completing modules for the Nottingham Advantage Award, students on all 3 campuses are able to compete for the Vice-Chancellor's Global Award Prize. This prize, supported by the Vice-Chancellor, recognizes an individual student for his or her Global Graduate Attributes. This year, the winner of this award is from the Malaysia campus. Congratulations to Lonnie Chin Pei Ling, who graduated this year in Finance, Accounting and Management. Before I conclude, and quoting Steve Jobs again, design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. So to him, engineering with a focus on these delighting customers is what it takes for business success. I hope that your award from the University of Nottingham and the knowledge and skills that you have developed will have a positive impact on your career, as well as enabling you to achieve your personal goals. Many congratulations to you on your award, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the day with your family members and friends who have supported you in many ways throughout this study. I wish you every success. Thank you.
We'll now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of diplomas and certificates. By the authority of the University of Nottingham invested in my office, I admit the candidates presented today and those commended to their degrees, diplomas and certificates in absentia. I call upon Professor Lee Chu Ging and Professor Andy Chan to respectively present the graduates in their faculties with their degrees.
Vice Chancellor and Provost, to you and to the congregations, I present these students in my faculty for the following degrees. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Economics, Aklan Zohairi Ahmad Zahari. Nisha Chala Durai, Yong Ku Chu, Hassan Osam Hassan El-Faki, Isadora Perpetual Godinho, Yumi Chi Chen Go, Nicholas Ming Siu Han, Yi Hui Hung, Chok Nam Liao, Henry Heng Ju Liao, Siling Lim, Diano Rudolph Luis. Muzani Muhammad. Kavita Nair. Gek Siong Perli Ng. Sherling Si Yen Ng. Aaron Raj Plavatiram. Pinggalayan Rabindra Kumar. Danish Ashad Sheikh. Jia C. Iman Ahmed Siddiqui. Chik Xuan Tan. Kelly Tak Sao Wong. Sahira Zainuddin. Economics and International Economics, Jiang Jia Ko. Chen Huang Lim. Mariam Imsa Shakir.
Pro Vice Chancellor and Provost, to you and to the congregation, I present these students in my faculty for the following degrees. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honors, Civil Engineering, Fatima Inash Adil. Life Alpitar. Clive Lidwin Suzanne Delpesh. Daniel Emanuela Denise. Imad Ahmad Ghulam Muhammad. Ashutosh Gunadan. Jason Chen Yu Hu. Atusha Kazi. Kin Hang Lee. Ray Chang Wai Leong. Daraj Menon. Muhammad Fahan Muhammad Fadlila. Ian Maxwell Albert Gach. R. Davinia Saba Retna Lodge. Aliette Angelic Virginia Rossa. Janice Michelle Deborah Sofa. Wei Ken Yi. Bill Yi. For the degree of Master in Engineering with Honors, Civil Engineering, Ziliang Chan. Ryan Wei Jie Cha. Hui Chin Chu. Jia Xuan A. Zhen Yan Hao. Kareem Mohammed Abdul Gawad Yesa. Melvin Yong Ming Kwan. Yo Rong Lee. Ji Wei Lung. Kevin Luwemba Mugunya. Xin Yun Un. Ji Quan Ong. Zeyong Pang. Jining Tan. Ji Wei Tae. Michael Chong Yung Tiong. Chuan Yuan Wong. Wei En Yap. Yon Lei Yap. For the degree of Master of Science, Civil Engineering, Kyo Min Tan. Paul Macharia Mwangi. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Department of Civil Engineering, Wen Jingfang. The following student have been conferred a degree in a previous ceremony held at the University of Nottingham, UK. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, Civil Engineering, John Tang Lian. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Economics, Juan Ji Mok. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, Civil Engineering, Dedikam Uwage Gayesh Priyasan Dias. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Economics, Arika Mei Teng Tam. For the degree of Master's Engineering with Honours, Civil Engineering, Raneem Allison. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Economics, Mohammed Hanif Omar Mohammed Yazid.
Professor Lee and Professor Chan. I now call upon Mr. Chan Ji Liang, who graduated in this ceremony with a second-class upper degree from the Department of Civil Engineering, to address the congregation.
Good afternoon to our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Provost and CEO, Professor Graham Kendall, members of the faculty and administration, fellow graduates, families, and friends. Before I begin my speech, I would like to express my appreciation to those present at this ceremony. My name is Calvin Chan, class representative of Civil Engineering Year 4, and it is truly an honor and privilege to address all of you here at this lovely ceremony. 4 years have come and gone in a blink of an eye. It has been a long and tough journey for all of us, but it's safe to say that all our hard work, blood, sweat, tears, sleepless nights have finally paid off. Our families and friends are finally able to share the sense of pride and joy with all of us here today for our accomplishment. We, the graduates, should hold our heads high, for today is our day. At this moment, we are unstoppable. We have finally made it. Throughout the 4 years of university life in UNMC, where the environment is distant from the busy city life, we were able to not only focus on our studies, but to also develop friendships among our peers. The friendly and approachable staffs who gave their best to ensure we receive the best education have also prepared us to take on the challenges we might face in our life. What we gain from our time here in UNMC is not only quality education, but a holistic experience to help mold us into the best versions of ourselves, and that is what makes UNMC graduates stand out the most. On behalf of all the graduates, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the parents present here today. I know it is not easy to have funded our education, and we may never be able to repay you. But you must know that we appreciate everything that you have done for each and every one of us here. Especially to my mom and dad, thank you for your support, love, and care throughout my university life, which helped me secure my achievements today. A round of applause to all the parents. Moving on, I would now like to thank Professor Andy Chan, Dr. Lau, Dr. Anwar, Dr. Wa'il, Dr. Abdullahi, Mr. Anas, and the rest of the faculty staff for their never-ending support, for always saying yes to all our requests, for being patient with us, especially through our courseworks and assignments. Most importantly, thank you for giving us a fantastic memory here in UNMC. We may be a difficult bunch, but I'm glad that we made it through. It would not be possible without your guidance. A round of applause to the lecturers. I would also like to thank my fellow classmates, those who are present and absent today, for voting me as your class representative while I was absent from class. And a special thanks to my buddy, Mr. Melvin Kwan, for guiding and supporting me throughout all my hardships. But most of all, thank you all for the wonderful memories here in UNMC. As a final thought, I would like to leave you with a quote from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. We ask ourselves constantly, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Today, we will leave this ceremony as alumni of UNMC. I wish everyone here all the best in the future endeavors. Stay in touch, and let's give back to the wonderful community here in UNMC. Congratulations to everyone, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you. We hear a lot of speeches on this stage. I've been here 7 years and we hear a lot of speeches. I've heard hundreds. But some of the most moving and inspiring are those from students at these graduation ceremonies. And it's not always the words, it's not just one thing. It's the fact that we hope that you come in here quite raw and we put you through various things, and you put yourself through various things. And we like to invite, when we can, a student on stage to address the graduation, because I'm always amazed that you actually rise to that challenge and actually deliver such speeches with such words. I've given many speeches from this stage, and I get nervous at graduation. So to ask someone to come up on graduation, on their graduation day, when they've had, they've got other things to worry about than just delivering a speech, I think is amazing. And I think the words, the humour, the sentiment, I think were well stated and well received. So can we just thank Chang Zi? So you are now graduates of the University of Nottingham. Congratulations once again. As Professor Fon Sim said, you are graduates of one of the world's top 100 universities, and we hope that the degree certificate you hold in your hand at the moment will open doors for you which weren't possible before today. But with that comes some responsibility. You can't walk out of that door and show your degree certificate to somebody who will give you a good job, a well-paid job, or let you start up your own company. There's still a lot of hard work for you to do. We hope that's just one tool in the armoury that you've got to give you a good start in whatever you decide to do next. But that degree certificate also carries some responsibility. We're very proud of you, as I'm sure everyone on my right is, of your degree today. We're very proud of that, and we wish to remain proud for the rest of your life. But that comes with some responsibility. That degree certificate carries our name, carries our reputation, and we hope that you uphold that and don't abuse that or make us feel embarrassed about that at any point. And we're sure you won't, and we hope that you can leverage off that. You've joined an alumni of 270,000, and as Professor Fon Sim said, you can't go anywhere in the world without, if you look, meeting an alumni of the University of Nottingham. And we hold many alumni events around the world, and we encourage you to join in those, maybe to organise them, but certainly join those alumni events. We want to stay in touch. We want to help you. So if you go and join a company, we would welcome you coming to talk to us about how we can get our graduates into your companies. And that really is helping you. Our graduates, as I hope some of you know already, are very employable. So we get approached by companies a lot. And we would love to help you progress through your company by being able to employ some of the best talent in the world. And if you want to come and talk to us, we'll be very happy to talk to you. Similarly for internships. Similarly, if you want to access our research, I mentioned in my opening remarks about MIRA, the Malaysian Research Assessment Exercise. We are one of the best research universities in Malaysia. We're one of the best research universities in the world. And if your company has a problem, then come to us, sound like the A-team. Come and talk to us. You won't know what that is. But come and talk to us if your company has a problem where you think our research can help. So we really do want to build that relationship. We've moved now from a student-supervised relationship to a more collegiate relationship, an alumni relationship. Many people on the stage are alumni of the University of Nottingham. So we would love to keep that going. I would also encourage you to give back, and that can be done in many ways. You could mentor people that are students. You're now alumni, you've got certain knowledge and skills that people entering the university haven't got, so you might be able to help them in some way. You can come back and lecture. We like to think a lot of our courses are grounded in the real world. We don't like to think ourselves as sitting in ivory towers and what we do is not applicable. So we're always looking for people who are working in industry to come and talk to our students about what it's like in the real world, what problems do you really face. But the one thing I would really ask you to do is to look at how you can help other people. There's many people in the world. You've graduated from one of the top 100 universities, one of the best 1% universities in the world. Many people aspire to be sitting in your chair receiving an award from a university such as Nottingham. If you ever get the opportunity, please help someone who wants to have the opportunities that you had. And it might just be a word of encouragement. If you hear someone say, I could never get to the University of Nottingham, there's many people here who thought of that and now they're graduating or have graduated or doing their studies. So if you ever get the opportunity to help someone, maybe talk to them, mentor them, encourage them to better themselves education-wise and go to a university where maybe they didn't think they could, then please do that. And we would really encourage you to give back in that way. You've had opportunities which many people in the world won't do. I said earlier on that I would talk about lifelong learning. You've obviously, today, it's a culmination of your learning experience, I guess, for many of you in university life. But it's not the start of a journey, because some of you have been here for a number of years, but there's many other things that you can learn. There's many continuing professional development, lifelong learning, and you should really take the opportunity to do that. Don't just think, that's it, I'm done now, my university days are over. Continue to learn, continue to develop, continue to improve yourself, and there's many ways you can do that, not just by going on another formal course, but read widely, undertake courses in things that you don't know about. Really just continue to develop yourself. And I think when you look back on your life in a few years' time, or maybe even now, I'm a computer scientist, and I quoted from Steve Jobs, and Professor Fonsin quoted from Steve Jobs. I think I should also quote from Bill Gates, because otherwise people think I'm an Apple man rather than a Windows man, and I'm not going to tell you what camp I lie in. So I quoted from Steve Jobs, and I'll quote from Bill Gates. He said, he was commenting on the values that should guide the rest of your life. He said, I hope you will judge yourselves not on your professional accomplishments alone, but also on how well you have addressed the world's deepest inequities, and on how well you treated people a world away who have nothing in common with you but their humanity. So please, if you get a chance to help people, then please do that. I'm a computer scientist, but I know I'm talking to engineers and economics people, so I don't want you to just think I'm quoting computer scientists. So I'll leave you with one final quote, which echoes the thoughts of Bill Gates. This person said, the world is so competitive, aggressive and selfish, but during the time we spend here, we must be all but that. And that's from one of our well-known modern day philosophers, someone called Jose Mourinho. Okay, I would now like to invite all of our graduates to stand. And I would like you to turn to your left, which tends to cause some confusion. So, friends and family of our graduates, these are the people that you have supported throughout many years, both financially and emotionally, and probably in many other ways. The graduates standing here, just take a moment to look at all the support and love and financial, emotional support you've had, and I would invite you to thank them. I know we've already done this once, but I didn't think it was that good actually in the middle of the speech. I would like you to thank them in the traditional way to show your thanks to all the people that have supported you. When you're ready. had a ceremony in here yesterday that was probably a little bit less than you, but they made twice the noise of that. And I think these people are quite disappointed. They're emotionally drained and they're bored. You need to thank them a lot better than you've just done that. Please see from the number of phones that went up and the look on their faces, they appreciated that. So thank you very much for that. If I can ask you to remain standing. I now declare this congregation closed. Please all stand whilst we play the national anthems of the United Kingdom and Malaysia.
please be seated. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nottingham, Professor Cheryl West, and Professor Graham Kendall, Provost and CEO of the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for your kind presence at this graduation ceremony. To our guests, please join us for the buffet reception after this. Please remember to present your tickets to the ushers before entering the buffet area. And for your information, the reception will be served until 5 p.m. today. Thank you all for making this event a joyous and a memorable one for the graduates and their families, and have a lovely evening.